Hey guys, okay, so the 2 steps you absolutely have to take if you want to get rid of the pain in your body, if you want to get rid of your hormonal issues, if you want to get rid of digestive issues, if you want to get rid of any kind of health issue you're dealing with, there's 2 things you absolutely have to do right now. And the first thing is you have to actually realize, and this is important, don't throw this away because this is the key. You have to realize that the way you have been doing things up till this point is a good portion of why you're having these health issues, no matter what they are. It means that the way you've been doing things has caused this. That is the first critical realization, and that is your first step, right? So we talk about, if you go into AA meetings or anything like that, one of the first things you'd have to do is realize you have a problem. It's kind of the same thing. You have to realize that the way you've been living, the things you've been doing, how you've been eating, what you've been drinking, those 6 components that are within the Easy Health formula, you have to actually say, oh my gosh, the reason I'm dealing with this pain, digestive issues, hormonal issues, emotional, mental issues is because of how I have been living up to this point. That's it. Most chronic illness, injuries, pain, etc. are because of the chronic way you've been doing things, the consistently how you've been living, how you've been eating, how you've been sleeping or not sleeping, etc. So that is the very first step, because without that step, you're not going to make the changes. And that's the second step. You recognize that the way you've been doing it isn't working, and then you have to take the steps to change, completely change the way you've been living. You have to let go of the old you. I know that's challenging. You think it's, well, how do I let go of me? The you think you are is just a bunch of beliefs. It's a bunch of habits, the way you've been living, the way you've been thinking about life, etc. You let those go. You decide on who you want to be. You decide on how the health you want to have, instead of being sick, ill, in chronic pain, mental, emotional stress. You have to decide that you don't want that anymore. And then you have to take and make those changes, which are going to be different from what you're doing right now. So again, they say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, living the same way over and over again, and expecting a different result. It ain't going to happen. You can't get a different result if you keep living the way you're living now. You can't get rid of your chronic pain. You can't get rid of your mental, emotional stress and trauma, etc. You can't get rid of your digestive issues. You can't heal your imbalanced hormones. You can't get rid of illness or disease or sickness, etc. if you don't change the way you're living. It's as simple as that. It really is. Now, you may say that's not easy to do, but I would tell you it is easy to do. It's a very simple thing, but you have to get out of your own way. You have to finally say, I have to stop eating this junk. I have to stop drinking coffee and dairy and creamers. I have to stop eating all this sugar and these cakes and this candy and this pastry and the wheats and it's got to stop, because that's a big portion of what's going on. And you have to stop and let go, recognize and then let go of you being your own worst enemy, in the sense of this mindset that you constantly have, like, oh, well, whatever. You got to let it go, guys. You truly, truly do. Because unless you do that, you will never break out of these patterns. And if you don't break out of these patterns you're in, if you don't let go of them, you'll just continue doing the same thing, eating the same junk, drinking the same junk, not getting enough sleep, not getting enough hydration, not exercising or not exercising correctly, not breathing deeply enough, not recognizing that you have to stop this mental noise that is the cause of 90% of what you're going through, probably 99% of what you're going through. That's how critical these two steps are. And I work very, very deeply with all my clients on this idea of your thoughts, your mindset, your self-image, your ego. All of these are the same. Your paradigms. All of this means the same thing. It's who you believe yourself to be, guys. Recognize that you're just living out a conditioned response of, oh, this is who I am. I have no ability to stop drinking this. I have no ability to stop eating this. It's just what it is. That's a bunch of garbage. I'm getting tough. This is tough love. It's tough love, but you need it. Because I see too many people constantly walking around saying they're in deep pain, physical pain, mental, emotional pain, hormonal issues, illness, disease. They see it going on in their families and their loved ones, and they say, I have nothing I can do about it. You have everything that you can do about it. Everything. So when I work with my clients, this is what we really focus on among doing those 6 components. Your thoughts, that self-image, is the number one component in the Easy Health formula. And we really make you get this. And when you start to get it, making changes become a lot easier all over your life experience. Your relationships get better, your health, your fitness, your well-being starts to raise up. So your mental, emotional aspect of who you are changes, and you feel much lighter and a deeper sense of joy. You have more energy, more vitality, more vibrancy, more virility. Your hormone levels balance out, so you have all this extra energy. This is a really wonderful thing, guys. What are those 2 things at the top of your list? You have to recognize that the way you've been doing things is the reason you're dealing with what you're dealing with, no matter what it is, in your finances, in your career, in your relationships, in your health, in your fitness or lack thereof. It is the way you've been doing things. And you have to realize that and then say, okay, no more. I'm going to make a new me. And then you take those steps. And when I work with clients, we make those steps very deliberate, and we deliver it. So that's what we work on. All right. So tomorrow, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do another Facebook Live, and it's all going to be about the more detailed aspects to detoxifying and supporting the system, because we talked about it a little bit a day or 2 ago. Now I said I was going to get into the meat and the body of it, right? How to actually go about doing that. So that's all I want to say for now. Realize that the way you've been doing things, who you think you are, the way you've been living, that is the primary cause of whatever you're dealing with. Okay? And we can change that. So until then, I'm coming in close. Remember what I'm telling you? I love your guts. Take good care, guys.